Hello? Hang on, give me a second. Gotta set this up. Because I can't hear shit right now on my end, because you guys hear me? Hello? Let's try this now. Hello? Yeah, now it's working. It wasn't working before. This mic is very bad. I'm going to say this right now on my PlayStation. I wish I actually had a microphone headphone right now. It's one of the worst I probably had on a remote. I had to troubleshoot that for a second, so I had to pause the stream for a couple seconds, but now I'm going to... So today we are going to be playing some lawn mowing simulator. I bought this off of the PlayStation Store along with a couple other games a couple days ago, so let's see what we can do and let's get into it. By the way, just to let you know, as a little kid, I really loved push mowers. It's the first time, like, ever since 3 years old. Well, I don't want to tell you the whole story because it's a very long story. So, to make a long story short, I just love mowing, alright? And I would freaking mow for hours. By the way, these things do get complex, but these look good after they're done. By the way, it's kinda hard to kill, take out flowers, because, you know those weed whackers that you have on this game, they're very sensitive. Like 1 minute they're doing a good job, and then next they're smoking something off the dash. Well, yes, I can't say what, because YouTube doesn't allow me to say that sorts of things. I have to contemplate by not saying that type of things. Because I do not want to be recommended as a person who does this type of crap. I don't smoke. No, I don't take drugs. But right now I'm a little bit congested, but I am a lot better than I am, so I am live streaming today on this game. Hopefully people find this game very soothing and relaxing as I play this Well, I've been playing this for a little bit, so to get a little bit of a head start before anybody could notice. People might say that's a little unfair, and I do agree to a point, but you gotta know, you gotta start somewhere before you could actually start live streaming. I made pretty good progress, but the frickin' flowers are probably the most frickin' penalizing thing on this frickin' game. Once you take one out, that's fake, it's like over $5 per flower. Man, that is one expensive flower if I ever seen them. Now watch this. I swear, this freaking weed whacker is possessed by the devil himself. This thing is super sensitive, man. Like, I killed at least 5 freaking flowers with this one freaking weed whacker on one freaking go. But sometimes I have to be slow and methodical about it. But I gotta be careful. Look at this thing. Look how sensitive this thing is. Like, even the slightest movement is like causing it to go like, hey, oh. You see, oh my god, I'm gonna hate this already. That's like $5 off the bat already. Ooh, that was close. Sometimes I gotta get really close to these flowers because there's a lot of grass near them. But the bad point is, I do not want to ruin the flowers because that penalized me. No, I think the actual cost of actually weed whacking a flower is $3. But the next time you do it, I think it goes down to some like a 2. I'm not sure how much it costs if you actually take out a flower of your weed. Oh, that was close again. You see how sensitive this thing is? Like I told you, this thing is very sensitive, man. Man, this thing is probably used by the devil. I had this problem with the sensitivity before on the other weed whackers I used. But the other weed whacker I used wasn't as sensitive. Like I could use the other one a lot better than this one. This black one is probably possessed by the devil. I am actually pretty certain this one's possessed. I always start off weed whacking by the flowers so I don't take him out with my lawnmower. I always start off by using weed whackers to go near the beds so I don't kill them on my lawnmower. It's one of the easiest things you can do before actually mowing. I see most landscaping people do this outside my area. They usually weed whack first around the main spots that they want to mow. Like, because there's usually stuff in the way, like grass, maybe a little too bit long of a grass, and they have to weed whack it down a little bit before they mow it, or there's usually something else that they use the weed whack. I don't know what the purpose of weed whacking is, but it's probably one of the most soothing things in the world, but truth is, it's one of the most devilish things I ever seen in my life. Weed whackers are pretty freaking devilish. They like killing flowers on a Sunday morning. I'm just gonna say that now. Oh, there's another one that's like $5 now. Well, no, $5 penalty was after I killed like 3 flowers. So I'm gonna be careful on my next one. Takes a little bit of time to weed whack around the flower beds. I didn't tell my friends about my YouTube channel. I probably, like, at school, I probably told about, like, 2 people at my school about my YouTube channel. But nobody usually subscribes for my school. But to my loyal fans, you are dope for subscribing to me. And I always hate these bushes, because once you're inside those bushes, you have to get every single inch, and you can't even see through those things. So you can be mowing over a flower or something in minutes, man. I'm trying to be more careful of how I do this, because... Oh, that was close. I swear this thing is very devilish. Take my time on this. If I take my time, it usually does it better. I swear, I'm getting congested by the second. Damn. Now I sound better, or at least a little bit. I have to blow my nose. I'd like to wait. I'm not as bad as before, but I'm starting to get a lot better. As it sounds like, at one point in time I felt completely better, but now it's starting to get a little bit worse again, but at least I'm able to get in a little live stream here and there, and record a little bit of videos, because I am better a lot. I think somebody's up. Okay. What are you doing out there? Let's check up our puppy. Hold on. Oh, she's just being shit. I mean, she's just trying to be herself, and she's just being very playful at the moment. Alright. Get back to weed whacking, as they like to call it, trimming. Take a look at the things. 5.5 centimeters. That's not that bit tall. 6.5 centimeters. If you actually put centimeters into distances, that's like probably like 3 or 4 inches. I'm pretty sure. I'm not too certain, because inches are very smaller than inches. I mean, centimeters are a lot smaller than inches. They're like at least a 1/4 inch of a smaller than an inch, I'm pretty sure. I'm not totally correct, I'm not sure. But I know that they're smaller than an inch, at least by a 1/4 or something. A mile is like 1,736, I think? No, I think it's 86. I forget. But it's actually longer than a kilometer. I didn't know that because I never studied miles. But I can convert kilometers into feet. It's probably the most easiest thing I can do. Kilometers into feet. And I can convert kilometers into meters, which is also, I find, pretty easy too. Some people say the hardest thing in math is the algebra. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of the truth. Once you start getting into, like, the big grades, like, through 10th to 12th, probably through 5th through 6th, but I'm gonna say you learn pre-algebra when you're in 6th grade, and I swear, that's probably the hardest thing you can do as a 6th grader, and 5th grader. Pre-freaking algebra. I'm gonna say this right now openly. That thing is super hard, but once you start getting the hang of it, I was taught by a very nice teacher. And that teacher helped me get through it, and even though it was hard, I did struggle a little bit, but I triumphed through. It took a little bit, but I learned it at the end of the school year. It was called Pythagorean theorem. It's probably the first step I had into algebra. And then I worked my way up into pre-algebra, and probably in 6th grade. What are you doing? Puppy and him are just going at it right now. He said that was enough. If you listen to his things. Don't come for me for moral support. I'm not playing with you. Go lay down. Go. Yeah, puppy's being an asshole right now. I'm not raising my voice. I'm just lecturing. I usually have to lecture her sometimes. Lecturing is teaching a lesson, but I don't do physical violence. I usually just yell or raise my voice, but I usually keep my voice down to a minimum because I don't like yelling at dogs that much. But sometimes you have to raise their voice in order to make them learn a lesson. Sometimes I hate that my dad actually had to buy our family a freaking puppy. I told him he should have bought an older companion from a different breed of dog, because the first dog that he bought was a freaking young ass wolf. Because that's before we had the puppy. And let's just say things didn't go too well. He had to be taken out the next freaking day. I mean, he basically left within the freaking day. He probably lasted about 5 hours in that house before he had to be kicked out. I swear that wolf was probably one of the most dominant wolves I ever seen in my life. What's up, man? I'm doing some Mowing simulator. It's a new thing I saw on the web that some big YouTubers were playing. So I'm just doing a live stream about it right now. Actually, I might move the chat up to the top right so I can see it better, actually. I might be actually playing a different, what, I forget what it is. Is my mic on? Still, I'm not sure. I think the game just muted my mic again. Is my mic still on? I gotta do this again. Yeah, I think it's called Mike has technical difficulties. Crap. The frickin', what is it called? My frickin' PlayStation remote's going crazy right now. Yeah, I think it's good. I'm a little bit better. I'm gonna say that. I'm a lot less congested. Yeah. Yeah, ever since I was 3, I loved lawn mowing, man. It's one of the first things that my dad got me into. My dad had, like, this push mower. Oh my god, it was probably one of the most satisfying things I first touched. Like, the passion that I have for lawn mowing is like a raging inferno. So, like, the first things I did as a 3-year-old, mowing my dad's lawn. I could go on and on about that. Oh my god. But I am not going to tell the full story because it's a very, very long story, man. Man, people would die under that freaking story because how long it is. Well, I'm over-exaggerating it, actually. People have listened to it, but that was probably the guidance counselor. because they know how to handle and talk that stuff out. I mean, I might be playing some Rainbow Six later. I'm not too sure, again. Like, I already killed, like 3 flowers. That's like gonna be like $5, man. I calculated the trajectory on flower, multiple manipulations, and it's not good money, man. Once you kill those flowers, your money's gonna go down big time, man. It goes like down from like $300, like around to 258 or 290, depending on how many flowers you kill. Well, I'm not trying to particularly kill things, but this freaking weed whacker is probably one of the most sensitive weed whackers I have on the freaking game, because I chose the cheapest one because of money on the start of the game. But I got a head start, as you can tell, because I actually was doing a lot of things beforehand, getting this set up so I could live stream. But this remote has a lot of trouble with this mic, because ever since we got this mic, it's just been on, off, like this mic is probably one of the worst ones I have ever used on out of the trash can. Sorry, my puppy's says it can't read your full comment because it's just like off screen, so I'm gonna have to look at it. Yeah, so maybe I could take a look at chat. I couldn't see your full comment, man. But I seen that you haven't played this thing in like 2 freaking weeks. I couldn't see things after that, man. Pending. Dog water, so your Wi-Fi is shit. Oh, my Wi-Fi is not that powerful, I'm gonna say it. I have Xfinity. It's probably one of the most fastest, but it's still not the totally fastest. But I ain't complaining, it's a lot better than other Wi-Fis. And plus my dad has like one of those plugins where he has like that fast booster on it. And that thing just zips by, but it's still gonna lag here and there, and it's gonna have troubleshooting that it's gonna need, because even with this booster, that thing won't connect to anything once it has a booster on it, so we literally have to go to new Wi-Fi to literally connect a new freaking thing onto it. It's horrible, man. Finally at the part of like the sidewalk, I would say. But these flowers are probably the most sensitive things that a weed whacker can touch. It's probably like the Satan himself. Look at this thing. This friggin' weed whacker is so sensitive. I hate it. I don't feel like cutting the rest of this. I'm tired of like going around and just weed whacking so much. It's just so sensitive. Man, trust me, if you ever used a weed whacker like this on this game, it's horrible, man. I'm gonna say it right here. I hate using the weed whackers. It's possessed, man. I'm gonna say that right here in the. Oh, I forgot to clean out the freaking thing. That's not good. Not good at all. I thought I cleaned this out. I thought I did, because I literally went. Like, 21 minutes, that's not that bad, but that's still shit. Oh, that's how you empty it? I didn't think that's how you... So what's it at? 5 through 600. Alright. Because depending on what PS do I have right now? What's that mean? Oh, PlayStation? I have PlayStation 5 that I'm currently using. I'm gonna say PlayStation 4 is kinda a little bit better at keeping storage than PlayStation 5. Like, I'm gonna say PlayStation 4 has a lot more storage capacity than like PS5. Make sure I'm not missing stuff. I usually like to go down, like, up and down, like, stripes, but sometimes I would usually do it differently. So, I usually like using first person because I usually can see my wheels, and I kinda do too. Because the storage on PS4 is a lot better than PS5, but the graphics could be a little bit better, you know what I mean? But PS5, I'm gonna say the storage is not great. I don't have Roblox on PS5, but I can't because literally my game would freaking crash on a freaking live stream on Roblox because that would be laggy as a backroom. You know what I mean? Because my computer laptop is better than the last one, but it's not that good to run a live stream. My other laptop was able to run a live stream like not that bad long ago, but it depends on how long my computer takes to actually able to handle a live stream, but I don't think I'm ever going to be live streaming on Roblox again. Because there's a lot of work that has to be edited through the live streams, and plus the live streaming platform that I have. Yeah, the graphics is better in the PS5, but the storage is shitty. I'm just gonna say that. Because this thing has probably like 400 megabytes of storage. I mean, hang on, I'm gonna check. Alright, so I'm gonna check right now. Storage. Yeah, it has 499 gigabytes, but the total size is 667.2 gigabytes. But I'm gonna say the PlayStation 4 has a little bit less than the regular PS5, but this thing can. So what video will I would say you can start off on like a PS4, like. So I would do PS4 games. I would usually start off on that. But first, I started off on Roblox because I thought it would be a little bit better than the usual. So. I would say, look, do whatever your heart desires. Because I would say, as a YouTuber, myself, I have a small channel, I just do me. Like, I listen to my own self. I don't let people pick for me, so you do you. Whatever you feel like doing is what you should do. I'm starting to become a little bit known as a YouTuber, but I'm gonna be playing a lot more games now that I'm on. Like, I'm done school for the whole school year. Like, I do not have ESY whatsoever. By the way, I have a lot more games on here that I bought from, like, the Play Store. I have, like, Gold Rush and things. Oh, I'm gonna say that Gold Rush is cursed. Because the things that that game has, like the, what is it called? Oh my god, my head is killing me right now. Oh, flower! Oh. I swear this game is super sensitive. I hate it. You know what? I hate this right now. Asking? You don't have to. Did I just hit another flower? I can't tell. This is why I usually weed whack around the flowers first, because probably probably the first most easiest thing you can do, so you don't freaking eat. You see what I mean? The freaking lawnmower is a flower killer. This is why we usually weed whack around them first. Every freaking lawnmower company says we always weed whack around the flowers first. And I'm gonna say that they're very right. You should weed whack around with flowers. I can't believe this game really likes flowers, because it's probably one of the most. I hate flowers. You know what? Flowers are not bad, but they help the environment for like bees and stuff, which are very important. But this is a game, and I really hate the flowers in this game because they really penalize you if you run them over by accident. Because I'm not trying to run them over, but it's probably another frickin' flower. I hate this. I am absolutely losing my mind over here. That's it. I'm getting the weed whacker. I am giving up. I don't care how long this takes. I am gonna frickin' weed whack this frickin' area. I'm just tired of it. I don't care if the frickin' weed whacker is frickin' possessed. It's just the logical thing to do. It's better than other things and other choices that I have. Because most lawnmower companies usually take the weed whackers out first. Yeah, because using the weed whacker usually takes hours on end to do that. Well, not usually hours. It usually takes like a good amount of minutes to get through it. That's why I usually when I'm off stream, I usually do this, and it's a lot more satisfying. But the end result of my work is gonna look great, man. I'm gonna tell you, I'm probably a pretty good landscaper if I become one. To be honest, I didn't really think my channel was gonna get far, and like I started as a very small YouTuber. Becoming a YouTuber wasn't easy, man. I had to come like over a lot of challenges, like my mom, a lot of things like turn against you once you become a full-time YouTuber. Like I'm not becoming a full-time YouTuber. I'm like a part-time YouTuber. Like I don't do the job fully, but I like to do parts. Like I just stick on to like parts of it. Like I don't do it like as a full-time career. Like I just choose it like to do it for fun. Like I do plan on keep on doing videos and stuff, but it would take a lot more time to do it, and plus this hobby is gonna be like the most probably the work I have to ever have to do at home. And it's probably one of the worst things they had that my parents got from my dog Easy, but there are bonding, but sometimes she's a little too much energy for him. I feel bad for him a couple times. Trust me, I hate this game. I do not hate this game, but I wish the weed whacker was a lot less sensitive. Man, if you were playing this game, and then if you had the weed whacker out, you would know what I mean, because a lot of people take out flowers. That's where these owners love their flowers. There's usually 100 of them planted in one freaking area. It's like they have this section of flowers. Wait, am I becoming a theorist right now? Oh, I'm sorry. I know how that feels. I feel you, man. I had a Pomeranian. Mine died too a couple years ago back, and died in 2021. I like ever since she's gone, like I still feel his presence around, but it's saddening to have like one of your like my dog was probably like the closest thing next to me, man. Like ever since I was like a little boy, like probably when I was like toddler, I was like around like probably 1 at the time. My mom and dad, I was like playing with a toy truck, I think, like in the dog area pen. The Pomeranian that my mom and dad chose literally walked up just to play with me, and the other dogs didn't want anything to do with me. My mom and dad knew that was the right dog for me, and they chose him. That dog that I had was a breed of mix between a Pomeranian and I forget what the other mix was. He lasted for 15 years, and I'm like, ever since, I'm like 16 now. It's been like a year since he died, and I'm like still heartbroken because he's been through my life and a lot of my time that I've been walking, but he was an old man. Like, he was probably like 100 something when he died, or close to 90. He was very old. But he lived a very happy life with my family. But I still miss him to this day, man. I know your pain, man. It hurts just to see them go. It's not easy. Oh my god. I'm still sick, but I can get over it. I'm starting to get over it. But it's still here, man. And I hate it. Oh, that was close. I almost killed another flower. Alright, that one's clear. This is probably the last flower bed that I have to do. Since free? Man, oh, man, he's probably seen in your life for a long time, man. I'm sorry about that. I bet he was the goodest of boys, or goodest of girls, depending on what type of dog and what type of breed. Like, man, I'm sorry for you. That's close. Man. Mine died like a year. My dog, currently, died around. Man, I can't talk today for shit. I'm not on shit. I'm just, tired as fuck because, man, I was up, to 2:58 in the morning a.m. man. I'm tired as fuck, but I went to bed at around that time, man. I'm still tired, but I can't talk, man. But I feel very sorry for you, man. I'm not kidding. I feel sorry, but I can't talk for shit. I'm not on any freaking substance. I'm just very tired. But letting you know, I'm around to support people like you because I had a dog that was probably the closest thing to me at the time. He's seen me ever since I was 1. I grew up with him. It's hard having probably one of your most favorite dogs just leaving the world. Ever since a kid, Charlie's been one of the most dominant dogs I ever had as a little kid. Plus, most owners around my apartment at the time wouldn't have any other like big dogs because they all saw Charlie as a little threat because he was very dominant because he was a Pomeranian mix. He always was defensive over our area of territory. Plus, he was probably one of the most I don't know the correct wordage right now for it, but he was probably one of the most defensive dogs on Earth. Trust me, owners wouldn't dogs because of him. They would probably have like a couple small dogs, but there was probably just him around. Man, he was probably like one of the most dominant around my area. But ever since he's died, my dad got like this big dog. He was like so cute. And guess what? Every single owner of my freaking apartment started buying freaking big dogs. It's like they're like every step behind us, like following us. It's weird around this complex, man. I'm finally freaking done. Look at this. Now I can't kill freaking flowers by freaking lawnmower anymore. I'm tired of killing freaking flowers, man. And they freaking penalize you for it. I hate it. Plus, I wish they made a little bit less sensitivity on these freaking things. It would have been a little bit better. By the way, which game should I play next? Because I have Subnautica, Rainbow Six, and the first dog. Yeah, that's the first dog in my family was probably Simon. No, my dad said he had another one very while back. I can't remember shit because I wasn't born then, but my sister was there before me, so she probably knew a couple dogs, but my dad was the first ever see what dog he first got, but I can't remember shit because I wasn't born before then. But the first dog I ever had that I was born into was probably Simon. He was a wolf, a part wolf. Oh, trust me, he was not probably the best dog to handle at the time. Oh, trust me, as a kid, oh, it was fun, but it was torturous for that wolf. And I still feel bad for my actions as a kid, as that day, but I will not go into what my past has done to that wolf. Oh, it was not great. My sister and I would usually ride on top of that wolf as a kid, and he started doing that to us. And my dad and mom had to get rid of the wolf, unfortunately. I was probably like around like a toddler at the age, probably like around 3. Oh. But that's probably the first dog I ever seen around my like when I was first born. But my dad had a lot of other dogs that before him. So I don't know what dog we actually had in our family first. But right now, my dad bought this puppy that I have to take freaking care of. And trust me, she's very, very hard work right now. Oh, I am not gonna go over everything about this freaking puppy, but she is gonna be a lot of freaking work. To be honest, I didn't agree with the puppy. I agreed with something older. Because I know older dogs are trained to go outside and poop. But this puppy is just one big freaking... don't want to freaking do that. I'm just gonna say she's gonna be a tremendous amount of work. Tremendous. Very big word. But I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna let you experience my experience. A wiener dog, is it? I forget what that call, I forget what that breed is called. I forget the wiener dog kind. Yeah, they're very small and they're elongated. Yeah, I forget the breed, but I forget, my neighbor across the street has a type of dog like that. I forget what breed it is. What type of breed a wiener dog is. This area is gonna be hard to get. I mean, do. This is like so close to flowers, man. To be honest, you're the only one that is on my stream right now. I think you're the only one that does like my streams. Yeah. My neighbor has one like that. My neighbor has a dog like that. Sorry, my voice is a little iffy because of my cold. I still have that thing, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. Try not to glide. Just gotta get close. I really need a weed whacker. No, I can do this in first person. Watch this. This is expert level. Yeetus, you're dead. First person's always a way to go. Plus, I usually use first person on most of my mowing. Turn this back over. What about this? Do you have Discord? Yeah, I do have a Discord. Yeah, I just don't use it a lot. I'm usually not that active on Discord. I don't usually talk much because I'm very shy. Yeah, I have a Discord. To be honest, I should have made this a little bit wider when I was weed whacking over here. Too close for comfort on the, what is it? On my lawnmower over here, I just don't want to run over. You see what I mean? This is what I say about pushes. They get in your... I don't too, but I have it. Alright. Yeah, I don't usually use it a lot. Usually depends on the days I like talking to people, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't talk at all because I'm usually doing different things after the time. But right now my mom's asleep, so I'm keeping it down to the minimum of my voice level. Ugh. You see what I do, man? I've been mowing for a living because I know how to mow lawns. What type of old memes? Like Crash Bandicoot? Yeah, those memes are old, man. I know a couple old memes, but I haven't been around to know a lot of old memes. The new ones are just so popular now that the old ones are just overrated, but I still like the old memes. I miss old memes, but I don't know a lot of them. But the old memes were good old times back in the day. Like, they were golden, man. Old memes were, like, the back in the day, probably the most popular things around. Mow or feed cows? You have a farm, man? Alright. Oh, you like farming simulator. I like farming simulator. Farming simulator is not that bad. They have farming simulator 22. The simulator on real life. I actually like the harvest crops too, but I don't have it installed right now because currently it takes a lot of memory storage on this PlayStation. Trust me, if you downloaded Farming Simulator on this PlayStation 5, it'd probably take up half of the storage, probably make it go down to 499 gigabytes. That's how bad it is. But to be honest, the culprit of the storage taking on the freaking PS5 I had. Oh, an actual farm. An actual real-life farm. Oh, man, that must be hard work taking care of all those animals. To be honest, I wouldn't have the guts to be near those type of animals because cows are very defensive, man. The male bulls could be a different story, man. They're a whole story. The bulls, probably the worst things you can be near. They like to ram your butts. That's why I never go near a cow. But females are just super nice, I know that. Oh, I guess that takes a bunch of the workload off then. Like, having a brother sister has probably helped a lot, I bet, on the farm, because if you have extra farm hands, that means triple the work, triple less the time. I think that's how it works, if I'm correct. Which equals triple the profits, I think. So man, how's your day going? Going slow? Or just doing the usual? I saw someone cut grass over there. My mind's playing imagination tricks on me again. That over, and we're good. Oh, alright. Make sure I get that small patch of grass that I missed. I think I missed part over here. Yep. I'm gonna finish one side, then I'm gonna move on to the next. Alright, good luck, man. I'm gonna still be here until you're finished. And then I'm gonna play some Rainbow Six probably. I'm gonna say the most hardest thing on this game is right now probably trying not to kill flowers accidentally, because it's everything's like super sensitive on this game. I'm gonna say this right here and now. Easy. Keep an eye on my fuel. this is just like a real lawnmower, man. I like cutting the whole freaking garden because it makes it look better. And that's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and liked it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This game is not mine. Credit to the developers. And I hope everybody has a great day. Goodbye.